Welcome to Taiwan Headlines, news that matters to Taiwan's future, so no car crashes. I'm your host, Donovan Smith. The second stage signature drive against DPP Kaohsiung City Councillor Kao Min-lin has come up short after many signatures were disqualified. The organizers have a little over a week to get nearly 5,500 qualified signatures to successfully launch a recall. Judicial investigators have questioned a Taipei City Councillor of the New Party and a new Taipei City Councillor of the KMT on allegations of embezzling public funds allocated to pay for their office assistants' salaries. Yes, you heard that right. The deeply pro-China New Party still has elected politicians, 3 in total. Now, one may be in trouble. In the 1990s, the party was a significant player, but has since slid into obscurity as the party grew increasingly close to the Chinese Communist Party line. The cabinet has announced it will accept an agreed reduction of the government's proposed 2021 budget by 25.5 billion NT, or around 910 million US dollars, after the ruling and opposition parties in the legislature reached a consensus during their ongoing negotiations. The cuts account for around 1.18% of the total 2.1615 trillion in planned expenditures. Normally, legislatures and city councils here in Taiwan will reduce the average proposed budget from the executive by around less than 1% to 2%. The Ministry of Economic Affairs has deployed 159 emergency wells and created an emergency desalination plant to tackle a looming water shortage. Google has opened a new 16-floor office in Banqiao in New Taipei to serve as the company's largest hardware research and development base outside the United States. The number of Google employees in Taiwan has risen tenfold over the past 5 years, and Google expects it will continue to grow. 4 major contract chipmakers in Taiwan have agreed to assign capacity to manufacture chips for car use in a bid to alleviate a global shortage of automotive chips. The move comes as Japan has added to the growing international chorus, calling for Taiwan to ramp up production. According to the National Development Council, Taiwan's economic indicators flashed the first yellow-red light in nearly a decade in December, indicating a warming economy. Even better, the economic leading indicator, which evaluates the economic climate over the next 3 to 6 months, also moved higher in the month. That's not all. National Central University survey showed consumer sentiment edged up this month as people displayed more confidence in job hunting, stock investment, and purchases of durable goods. That's in spite of the cluster outbreak in Taoyuan. However, housing transactions last year hit a 7-year high, which is not good news for younger workers. The Executive Yuan's Department of Cybersecurity in December detected just shy of 100,000 cybersecurity threats involving the government's backbone networks. That is the highest number of monthly incidents in nearly 2 years. The Navy has revealed to the public for the first time the locally built M109 Special Operations speedboat that will be used by the military to defend harbors and counter terrorists, pirates, and hijackers at sea. The Air Force, meanwhile, conducted a rare public drill of loading a type of locally made cruise missiles that reportedly has a range within reach of coastal Chinese provinces. Beijing has recently been escalating their belligerence in their tone and their overt threats in their pronouncements on Taiwan. A Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman said, for example, quote, "We warn those Taiwan independence elements, those who play with fire will burn themselves, and Taiwan independence means war." A Taiwan Affairs Office spokesperson said, in order to effectively handle interference from foreign forces and secessionist activities made by a few Taiwan secessionists, we will not promise to abandon the use of force, and we will reserve the right to take all measures. This will never change. Specific references to war have risen significantly over the last year. All right, that's it for the show today. Be sure to tune in next time. And of course, hit like and subscribe and the bell if you're on YouTube. And of course, if you possibly can, please join us as a patron on Patreon.
This has been brought to you by the Taiwan Report. For more content like this, become our patron at report.tw.
哎呦，就是那个台湾狗啦，最喜欢我的台湾狗了。